everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings, where I read for 2 sun signs every day. Okay, I read every day that I do read every day, but sometimes the uploads have not been coming up, so I'm doing the best I can. Sometimes it'll come up a day later because that's exactly how long it took to upload the videos. So, but I am here for you. And it's fun because today we are on the second to the last sign for the second half of the month readings. Today's May 25th, 2021. And we're on the featured sign of Aquarius. Beautiful air, intelligent, conversational, communicative, I should say, conversationalist, just very, very interested in future and movement and groups. And the theme for a lot of Aquarius is, helping others to understand, to grow, to learn, and putting forth their best effort, putting forth the information they have to spread around the whole world, basically, okay? They want everybody to know and everybody to benefit, and they have that kind of, water barrier is what their symbolism is. So they just want that to pour into the entire world so that it's fair and it's just, and we all have equal opportunities to expand ourselves in our lives in positive ways. And what's really neat too is that we are in Gemini season as of May 20th. Happy birthday, Geminis. And Gemini is a fellow air sign to Aquarius, and it's a great combination, air and air, and especially Gemini and Aquarius, although Gemini and Libra, the third air sign, also excellent. So let's just say, Aquarius, this is going to be a time when you just feel more lively and energetic and fun, and, you want to do things, you want to go places, you want to try new things. I mean, you do that anyway. You like to be kind of the innovator of things and, the pioneer and such. You are a fixed sign. Very set in your ways about certain things, true, but very, very dedicated and determined is what another word for stubborn, right? To do and accomplish the things you want to see, like I said, that there's fairness and justiceness for everybody, okay? Justiceness? Hopefully that's a word, because it is now. It sounds like justice, so seriously though, it is, it's a good time. Mutable sign of Gemini is, adaptable, and they change, and they like new, they like bringing back old. There's good variety. There's definitely social interests and communication again, ways to connect, ways to network, ways to improve our ability to communicate and express ourselves. Those are the key things for air signs. They're very much in the mind. The masculine energy is there. That's the duality of masculinity when it's from here up. Thinkers, wanting to really focus on how they approach things through their mind. That's, I guess, the most simplest way to discuss and describe and define the air element versus the water or the earth or the fire. So there you have the two of, so I haven't done that yet. We're in Gemini season, but I'm going to pick a highlighted connection for you, Aquarius, which I always do. And this is spirit guided. It's done right in front of you. I never know what it's going to be. Then I read 3 major categories for this particular highlighted connection. So I always get excited because I don't know, but there's always a very good reason that spirit wants you to know about this particular connection. So let me pick it first. Take that deep breath. And you have Virgo. Love Virgo. I really do. I love Virgos a lot. And I find that they work so well with air in a lot of ways. Virgo is an earth element, so it's very different, but it's also extremely harmonious and complementary because it's rooted down, it's grounded, it's practical, reliable, sensible, it's methodical in a lot of ways. There's great detail and organization when you come across Virgos. Definitely intellect. I mean, Virgos are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini, which is the season we're in right now. And yes, the Mercury retrograde will be happening in 3 days, give or take. It's on the 29th. Today's the 25th, 4 days. So we're feeling the effects. It does affect your speech. everything I said will happen, but then there can be a slowdown in plans, in the way we communicate, in hearing maybe from people or, sources or institutions that we've been wanting to hear from very much or for a certain length of time. That may be blocked. Transportation can be affected, and you want to be very safe, of course, but you also want to recheck your plans if you're traveling, because I feel like there's a lot of people traveling now, even if it's just these little staycays, around your neighborhood and with friends. Reuniting, reunions. We're having a Memorial Day 3-day weekend this weekend. It's going to be so much fun, and sure, we're having a Mercury retrograde, but I promised myself this time, because I make notes and journals on every retrograde, because some things that occur are quite phenomenal, in my opinion. All doable, though, but they happen all year round in some instances, but they happen way more in retrograde. So it's part of my study. It's what I like to do. And this time I've decided to, as a fellow air sign myself, take it in and do it the best thing you can do during retrogrades, and that is to just relax, review anything that means a lot to you right now that you've already put into place, an inspiration, an idea, a new job, a new study of any type. Definitely, like my channel, wanting to bring in some new elements that I wanted to for a while. And hopefully that'll happen. I had to buy some new equipment and things like that. I'm alone over here. I don't have the people to help at this point, but I know there's always people. That's going to be part of my communication. Even if it doesn't happen during the retrograde, I'll be trying to line up all my ducks in a row, which is what I always recommend for people. Do all the re's, retreat, revisit, review, decide, reinvent yourself in some way, comes up really strongly. And then there's a couple other really important aspects I want to mention to you about this full moon lunar eclipse tomorrow in Sagittarius. That actually supposedly is affecting our north or south node. There's the south and the north nodes that the eclipses always happen to be residing on at the time. Okay, that's always a known thing. And I only really just found that out because I'm still learning astrology. I love the compatibility. I've studied that for 40 years of all the different signs. The other aspects of astrology, which are just never ending, really, let you know what the planets represent and the energies they give us. But there's also patterns and cycles and just so much to learn and to observe, because it's there to guide us. It's a roadmap in our life, but it's not an absolute. There's always choices, and and there's going to be times when you make one decision and then maybe it'll come around again in your lifetime, and then you make another decision. There's a lot of that as well. So I love that about teaching and learning and discussing astrology and the mystical things of life. But this beautiful full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, it's going to be very powerful. First of all, full moons always are powerful, but when it's an eclipse, it's triple or more, because it's like a moon on steroids. It's a super blood moon, which means it's closer to the earth. And it's going to be one that you very seldom see, but it's going to be the whole entirety of the eclipse. I'm told it'll be greatly seen in Australia and some places in Asia. Not here, unfortunately. Maybe some places in America that I'm not even aware of, but I heard that just briefly this morning. Nevertheless, you'll be feeling it, and it can last upwards of 6 months to a year, the effects. But Sagittarius represents fire, ambition, spirit, optimism. The ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter. And Jupiter is all about the gifts and the expansion of things in our life that we want to see grow, and to really focus and be thinking of in philosophical, almost religious ways when it comes to Sagittarius. That's another huge part of who they are. Higher learning, education, travel. They love travel, distant travel, foreign cultures, adventure, opening up your mind, your body, your soul to something new in your life, not feeling stuck, making that decision and moving forward with everything you are. Now, those eclipses can bring things in and out of your life very, very quickly, or it can take the duration of the time that the energies will be affecting us. It's like a gradual thing, like you take a time release, vitamin C or whatever. It's in there, but then it just grows, and it just becomes more full, and you know what I'm trying to say. So that is I'm excited about it. It is a fire sign, though. There is that feeling that can go a couple of ways. It can go this kind of an anxious anxiety feeling, or absolute excitement and, oh my gosh, for example, you're going to be seeing people maybe you haven't seen in a while because it's Memorial Day weekend, and we actually get to go out and be places. And if that's in itself just an exciting thing that I even like speaking about, it makes my whole energy, change. Long awaited, definitely exciting, and that's what the full moon can bring. So that's just a couple of ideas. Now for you in Aquarius and Virgo, I love this combination because of the differences, like I said, but I also love it because Virgo is a mutable sign, as well as the ruled in Mercury, which is exactly what the Gemini is, which is a mutable sign ruled in Mercury. So Virgo's going to really feel this too. And there's going to be some real interesting insights and perspectives that might change. Perspectives is how I really feel about this. And positive changes in ourselves, internally, externally, motivating us to just take that leap, take that chance, okay? You got to take risks in life. I mean, some are obviously more sensible than others, but I mean, all of them matter, because if you don't, you may regret the rest of your life that you hadn't. Earth signs tend to be a little bit slow on the change, aspect of life. They don't care for change much, they're used to doing things a certain way and they're great at it, and then they like being comfortable and staying in that kind of, situation or routine. But they also have, as a mutable sign that you are, Virgo, versus the other two earth signs, you kind of accept and adapt to the changes more so than the most average person or other earth signs. So that's really good for you. And I can feel inside of you like, yeah, I think it's time for, even if you're in the same business for many, many years, you want to go into yet another avenue of it, another specialty in that field is what I'm thinking. You're going to you want to feel innovative, you want to come out, you want to get out of the system you've been in, and it's going to be amazing. And the two of you working together, Aquarius and Virgo, it's long term, when it comes to Earth. The Earth is the grounding force that helps this beautiful Aquarius that loves to be thinking big and delegating, but Virgo puts it into place, and they cement it in there for you, okay? And that's in regards to relationships too. So I hope you're feeling that right now with this particular relationship. If you do not know of a Virgo Aquarius, you might very well meet one. I mean, these eclipses are quite amazing. And also, the retrogrades are notorious for bringing back people in our lives that we haven't seen or heard from in a while. It's pretty uncanny. It just happened to me already. Things are already happening in the shadow period. But one of my best friends in high school, like the best friend, we did everything, moved into an apartment together. And then she left the state. And we kind of see and talk and everything, but she just, in the last 2 days, texted me emailed me and made a comment, and it was just really beautiful. So I love that we can do that. That's a huge part of this whole era we're in now, is technology, that we can reach others even if we can't travel. Sure was helpful last year, yes? So let me read you the 3 major categories for this highlighted connection. And if you don't know the Virgo, like I said, Aquarius, stay tuned, or, it could be the energy of that. Maybe you have a lot of earth in your chart and you're just feeling more grounded. You want to relax. You want to be in nature more. Nature is so healing. And then last but not least, we have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. It was in your sign, Aquarius. It was until May 13th, and it'll be in Pisces until July 28th, and it goes back in your sign, Aquarius. And this is a once in 12-year time. It's magical. It's lucky. It's... once again, it expands things, be careful what you're asking for it to expand. That's a word to the wise. But it's really special time. We also have Saturn in your sign. They were kind of almost neck to neck for a while, a little more distance, but now it went in stationed retrograde like 3 or 4 days ago. And that's about being very, very strict and recognizing time and the value of time. And, time is of the essence. A lot of things having to do with time. Karma, being, constricted in a lot of ways to not go crazy or be too extravagant, keeping you on track, keeping you focused for the betterment of your, your outcome and whatever it is you're putting your heart and soul into. And at the end, when you've done your work, or you've done that study that takes 2.5 years, it's usually 2.5 years in each sign, you'll be rewarded beautifully. So that's exciting too. So the first category is always the overall energy bringing you to this reading. And you have the 3 of coins. And I love 3. 3 is the triad. That's the spiritual, very important number that most things are based off of, believe it or not. But beyond that, to simplify it, it is the coins, it is the pentacles, it's the earth element. There's the Virgo, or Capricorn, or Taurus. And right now, the 3 is the mastering. It's the perfection, which is also Virgo, and the detail. The devil's in the detail. Really looking towards something, finishing touches, perfecting it just the way you want it during a retrograde, for example, so that when it's done, you just present it to the world or your family or your loved one, whatever, and it's exactly the way you want it to be, because you took the time to do that. This is mastering, like I said, and it's also cooperation and collaboration and growth, and that's beautiful. That is a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful omen, in our lives, to know that there is that help, there's that constant co-creation that we have. If it's not with other people, it's with source and our higher power happening every moment. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay. And I love that. So what else can we build upon that? The second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. And so we'll see. By the way, I'm using the movie tarot, which I love. And I do change my decks from the beginning of the month to the mid-month readings. Oh my goodness. This is a repeat from yesterday. And I have been shuffling quite a bit. Under possible blessings or obstacles, you have, as did yesterday's, which was that? That was Capricorn. You have the Queen of Wands. So, bam, fire, passion, total passion. And when it's the Queen versus the King, both are very, very capable. Both are very mature, very established. But when it's the Queen, it's the duality of femininity in all of us, the masculine versus the feminine. Excuse the noise outside. There's somebody doing the shrubs, as you know, the landscaping. I hope you can hear. But this is really interesting because, once again, the Aquarius, you're a masculine sign, so this brings out your deepest intuitions, your deepest passions, the internalizing that you do with your love, with your self-love, with your ideas. And you're going full tilt. You're not stopping. There's such confidence and empowerment in this sign, in this energy, in this message. And there's a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. That is the eclipse that we're having tomorrow. So something really important, something you've already been really focusing on that has to do with your security, your practical aspect. That's what earth element is. It's everything we can touch in the material world, and manifest in physical form. So that's beautiful. I would say it's an absolute blessing because you're going to utilize this energy extremely well. And I didn't say it, but honestly, air and fire is one of the best 2 elements that work together anyway. I see those couplings happening all the time, and friendships and, work partnerships and such. It just works very, very well together. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I just feel like so much love and power is happening after everything that had gone through last year, and it's still working itself out, but it's going to be truthful. It's going to come out. We actually have the moon in Scorpio too, I forgot to mention, until it goes into Sagittarius tonight, and then of course the full moon tomorrow morning. Yeah, Scorpio is about digging for truth, absolute, real, perceptive, definitely psychic, feeling energy of water and, compassion and just very, very emotional, really, very intense a lot of times. They're very transformational signs, the Scorpio. There's a lot of changes happening for everybody in different ways. And I think we all sense that. We don't even have to say anything. If you sit, you'll just feel it. It's in the air, you know, we take it on. But yeah, there's just a lot of possibilities. The final category is the finances. The category of finances, because you know that is important. That is something that we need in this material world. You know, this is a 3D world. We rely on it. It is an energy, and we do our best to achieve that. And sometimes, you know, people work less and smarter, and some people work way too hard. And I would imagine a lot of earth signs go into that category. You know what I'm speaking about, Virgo, and that's okay if it makes you happy. But just find that balance, okay? That's important. I'm not saying you're not working hard, Aquarius. I don't mean to negate that at all. I just feel like you have different ways of going about it. And yeah, that's what makes the world go around. So for finances, oh my God. This is a repeat card from my second half of the month readings, at least, I want to say 5 times now. So in your finances, you have the Ace of Wands. Bruce Lee. By the way, I did not do what I've been doing all along. Forgive me. I like to let you know who these actors and actresses are and what role they portrayed, because some of them I'm very aware of and some I have no idea. But I got my book to let me know. The Queen of Wands, which all of the energies I mentioned happens to be portrayed in here. Is that Jennifer Lawrence in the Hunger Games? Could be. Or Audrey Tattoo and Amelia? No, I think it's the Hunger Games. Is that Jennifer Lawrence? I believe that's Jennifer Lawrence. Boy, she was a hot-headed woman, right? She knew what she wanted. She wasn't fooling around, but she did it from her heart. She did it for the right reasons, and that's what this represents. So I wanted to bring that up. That is the actress, and of course, you know Bruce Lee. He goes, I mean, if I would think you do, but trust me, this man was the strongest, most incredible. Was it Kung Fu? I mean, he just was, martial arts was his thing, and he was just this, he wasn't big in stature, but his energy, you know, that fire and everything, I don't know what sign he was, he could have very well been, he represents the energy of fire extremely well, because he was just strong and sturdy, and he used his body and his physicality and his spirit all together, and he achieved what he wanted to achieve, but he worked hard at it too. And that's what's going on. You're going to be wealthy. You're going to get the red light. Excuse me, I said red because of fire. You're getting the green light with your finances. Aces are beginnings. They're opportunities. They're blessings. You know, they're the start. They are very powerful in all forms of relationships, whether it be romance or work or entrepreneurial. It's a given. But there is work that goes into it. It won't just come to you, but that's okay. You're okay with that too, because there's really a gratification in working and receiving your just rewards, you know, reaping the benefits, you know, getting the fruits of your labor, all the other variables, you know, sayings that they say. So I like this a lot. You've got the coins starting it off. You know what you want to do. You're feeling grounded in that. This relationship is doing well. It's growing in the right direction. Then you have the heart-centered, fiery ambitions for possibles, you know, blessings that you know, you recognize them, you're grateful for them. And then money's going to be hot and amazing, okay? It's going to come in from areas you don't know. It'll come in from areas you do know. But it's looking beautiful, and I know that this full moon has a lot of positive influence on that for you. So let me finish with the rune. I like to add the rune these days. It's just kind of that finishing little touch to the reading, the period or exclamation point. And yours kind of popped out. So what do we have here? I actually just did. No, it's a different one. This is what it looks like, and I will read to you what it says from the book. I put it on the second category, the possible blessings and obstacles, under the Queen of Wands. And then I will read to you what it says, and then it has the name of the rune. But this one's interesting because there are 2. but I only picked the one, and it's number 22, which is a master number, and 2 + 2 = 4, and 4 is stability and foundation and stable and happiness and contentment and just, you know, abundance. And it's a beautiful, beautiful number for relationships or endeavors or anything you're working towards. You want that 4. And what am I going to say? Its name is Inguz, I-N-G-U-Z. Inguz. We're going to go in here. What is the number? 22. That's right. Master number 22. So, what do we have? Inguz. The word associated with this hearth. So, you know, when you think of the fireplace and the warmth and the protection and that, you know, just the serenity and the security you feel from that. I mean, heat in itself is extremely healing. If it's not too hot, there's the fire there. There's that warmth, you know, you want that warmth inside of you. And the words associated, the time associated is May 15th to May 29th. So this is from Taurus season to, yeah, through Gemini. So a lot of emphasis on Gemini. Well, we are in Gemini season, and the next eclipse after the full moon eclipse is the new solar eclipse on June 10th, which is in Gemini. And right now we have Mercury in Gemini, and the sun is in Gemini, and then that'll be the moon. There's a lot of Gemini. That's that changeable, movable, you know, let's get things going, let's get it happening, you know, almost sporadic, kind of just not real grounding, you know, but fun and possibilities, ideas, you know, new ideas, just inspiration. So that's gorgeous. The words associated, though, are response, fertility. Oh, fertility. So the growth, and this came up before, this is wonderful. The growth of the 3, that, you know, third party could be a child. It could be discussions of, you know, let's make this permanent. Let us add somebody to our family, or you are expecting right now. Congratulations, Aquarius, Virgo. It's a permanence that's going to be there the rest of your life. This will transform your life forever. That's the kind of eclipse things that happen. I mean, I could list a bunch of different examples, but that's what it's showing up here for a certain percentage of you. Fertility, construction, shelter, yield, good investments, a hidden relationship, pleasures, luxury. Hidden relationship. Well, I don't know what that means. Only you know that. But it can be fun if you're single and you have this idea and you want this interest, you are interested, and you're just kind of perking your interest. So this is going to bring it forward, okay? Why be shy? We know what happened last year. We don't know what's going to happen next. Go for it. Be the Bruce Lee, man. And wealth is not just in money. It's in relationships. It's in your well-being and your health. Bring it on. Make it that new, what was I going to say? Just make that new promise, or, you know, intention that I'm going to speak out when I feel like it. I'm going to be me. I'm going to empower myself and just accept exactly who I am. And others will accept you for that too. Love the reading. I hope you feel that right now, Aquarius. I really do. Give it some time though. And as I said, if you haven't looked at your beginning of the month, I may not have said it in this video, check that out and just see the differences and see where it's going, or if it's similar. That really lets you know that you're on the right track and the right path, and Spirit is really speaking to you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor and push that subscribe button, like, share, comment. I will always answer your comments. It's hugely important and very supportive to me, and YouTube loves seeing that people are interested in, you know, the channel. So this beautiful oracle that's for every single Aquarius in all of your relationships, in addition to the Virgo highlighted, is the wisdom of the oracle. Kind of speaks for itself. Oracles are definitely here to guide us and to show us the wisdom and the strength and the power they have to encourage us and invoke, you know, unlimited possibilities, inspiration. And so your beautiful message for today, for the 25th, eve of the beautiful full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, is co-create. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so perfect, but that's exactly what we do even when we don't realize it. We're co-creating at every moment. This is asking you to initiate that and to actually control what you're creating, you know? I'm a control person in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things that happened lately in the last year or so we had no control over. And that'll continue to happen. This we can control. What do we want? How do we want to bring that out? How do we want to feel to bring it out? That's the most important thing. There's the wisdom there. There's the puma or whatever it is. It could be a tiger, leopard. And it's number 40, and that's the 4 again. So there's a repeated numerology thing happening, and that 4 is stability. So something very stable is about to approach your life, which is unusual for an Aquarius because they have a ruler of Uranus. That's about change and unexpected, unpredictable things their whole life. But you're more inclined to want to just like really solidify things and just keep them more routine now. You want to go just the opposite, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's something really important about that. So yeah, here's the picture. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. This is by MaryAnne. Wonderful tarot decks. So many beautiful tarot decks. And I'm going to finish your reading with your super attractor manifestation message. And this is about bringing in that life you want, manifesting what you want, creating it, believing it, feeling it into reality. So your beautiful message in ending this reading. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately towards the highest good. If you said that over and over during the day, you know, just every time you thought about it and really felt it and believe it, you're going to be extremely amazed and blown away by what comes into your life, what you allow and attract into your life. By having that feeling, having that vibration, having that co-creation going on. You've got that as your first oracle. There's definitely clear indications of just being in line with the universe who's conspiring to support you. I mean, always. That's got to feel good. It does to me. I do feel it, and I welcome it so very much. So there's your reading. I hope you feel it this moment. I hope it continues to grow for you and that you thrive in all of your relationships, you know. And I appreciate you being here once again. Come on back because I'll be here. June readings are just around the corner. Have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, whatever you do. Take care until next time. Thank you. Bye for now.